Hey, hi, hello, and good afternoon. My name is Amanda, and welcome to Harmony Portal Tarot Live. How is everyone this fine Woo Woo Wednesday? Welcome. Check on in. Let us know that you're here. Of course, my hair is hairing again today, so we do what we need to do. And it's finally definitely fall outside, so I'm wearing a hoodie today. Show you guys while we wait for some people to get here. Let's see. Okay. We've got some fall colors. Oh, this camera does not do this justice. Like the brownish looking bush on screen right here is actually like a fiery red. So these colors are so dull. So dull. What is wrong with this? How is everybody? Let us know that you're here. Versh is here. Hello, hello. If you have read the description of this video, you will know that today we are doing yet another fun, fantastic, exciting, I don't know, other adjectives insert here. Cosmic question corner. Let me count how many we have. We just have a small handful actually left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 6. So I think what we will do is take 2 new questions today to add to this if we have them. If not, we'll just, do it another time. That's fine. Yeah, just to keep this from not getting crazy full, but also we don't want it to be only one question left either. So be thinking of questions. It says we have 3 people, at least on my end. So if you're here, say hi. Let us know that you're here. And feel free, if you're hearing me right now, to go ahead and you're live, obviously, to let me know that or what cosmic question you would like to put in here. And if you're wondering what is a cosmic question or what qualifies, this could be a true crime that's either solved or not solved. Something that you would hope that the greater of our little audience would at least have heard about is kind of the qualifier, I guess, but it not necessarily. It can be something more like a local crime that was committed or something. And if you just kind of want to, at least if there's some info online about it, please, though. So it's not just like a personal question, basically. Or it can be on a conspiracy theory. It can be on the nature of reality, the matrix, the universe, aliens, government secret programs. I don't know, whatever you guys are thinking, or we can and have done like celebrity, I don't know if conspiracy is the right word, conspiracy theories, you know unsolved mysteries. One I always wanted to know more about would be like the Black Dahlia. We've never done a reading, at least in my little community, about that. um we did a big deep dive on Kurt Cobain on Patreon, which that is not publicly available, but we could do something here about that, if that's one of the questions you guys want to know. I'm just thinking celebrities, I don't know why. What else? I don't know. Just anything you guys want to know. Like, what really is a soul contract? Or how can we break a soul contract? I mean, that could be a cosmic question corner. Or just something about spirituality that you just want to know, a really good way to be able to, I don't know, live your best life in spiritual alignment. I don't know. Whatever cosmic question. I'm going to take the first 2 that we have typed out today. So enter any kind of cosmic question that, we'll vet it, make sure that it's a qualifying question, but usually they are. So I don't think anyone's really submitted a question that's not qualified. In fact, we've had to kind of turn a few away and be like, ooh, remember that question for next time because it's a good one, but we don't have enough time for today to get it in here. Speaking of cosmic questions, I need to go find, that's why I was a few minutes late to live stream. I need to go find my little, what do you call it, notepad to cut out new strips and that we can write on. So I will be right back. Be thinking of your questions, get them submitted if you feel so inclined. I'll be right back. Sadly, I can't find any of what I just went to look for. But I did bring a new deck we can mess with today if we want. Well, it's not new. It's a deck we use from time to time, but I just saw it and grabbed it. Well, let's see. We do have paper on the floor that I can cut up. I don't have scissors on me. I don't see that Wrigley has scissors in here. Plenty of writing accoutrement in here, though. Thank goodness. I failed to prepare, and I apologize. But yeah, we can just kind of, rip out some little pages, papers, whatever. Oh my gosh, that is horrible. Let me fix that. I probably should have folded the paper and then at least done this. At least you can get a pretty crisp edge doing it. Fold it one way, really fold it the other, and then usually you can just tear right on that line. There we go. See, that's better. Okay, we have one from Versha. Katie's here. Oh, she has the day off today. Welcome, welcome. I'm doing well, thank you. And Solar Siren, I need to get back to your texts. I did see that you have a few texts waiting in the queue on my phone. Tomorrow, anytime works for our little meeting. I meant to get back to you before now, but like life be lifing out here. We had a band concert among... What else? Boston Started Drivers Ed. I have a little video before I write Versha's question down, and that'll give those of you that want to submit a question time to do so. I took a video. Well, this is not his first time literally on the road because he drives or has driven my father-in-law's really old car. They call it the golf car, not golf cart. It's a little like 2003 Ford Escape. Bright yellow, but he's driven that like back roads out in where my in-laws live and stuff. But his first official like I'm with the driver's ed teacher happened yesterday, and I got a little video of him among all of his what do you call it, band concert stuff. Well, here's him. I don't know. I zoomed in. She must have been directing him what to do. He's in the driver's seat in this, so. He turned a signal on to be able to turn into the parking spot, being very careful about it. And I was filming, waiting for him to get out, and she must have been talking to him and the other kid that were in the car, because they did not get out for a very long time. So yeah, it's just gonna replay, I guess, or whatever. So yeah. And I don't remember. No, I wouldn't have told you guys because I was not here. Since then, he went to the homecoming dance with like a group of his friends. Let me get that out of there. There. He's so grown up. And the lighting is, doing what it does. And then us together, little guy. He's taller than me now. Oh my gosh. And I'm not like a short lady. I'm like 5'8". So he's probably 5'10", maybe 5'9.5", if I had to guess. In that picture, he was wearing higher up, chunkier heeled shoes. They're like those retro Jordans that have kind of the higher chunky heel on it, as you can see. And me wearing what I normally wear, which are basically flat. But awesome. Okay. So let's see. So if anyone else has a cosmic question, just to give everyone a chance, I'll take the first two people that submit. I guess we'll do that. Okay, so Versha has submitted a question that I'm seeing here. So the revelations, good or bad, what is the BS story that will be revealed along with the good stuff too that will blow away the Matrix construct for good? Ooh, I'm already getting downloads about it. Very funny. One of them is, main download is don't believe the hype. That's actually a 21 Pilots song. Hype, the hype. I don't believe the hype. And you're a terrible sight. Oh, you also have to go listen to it. It's a good song. So let's see. And funny, when you say Revelations, I'm literally thinking of the Bible book of Revelations. But I know you didn't mean it that way. But yeah, very interesting. Because I'm downloads. Yeah, I'm already hearing the book of Revelation has some clues, but there's also some like red herrings thrown into that are gonna trick a whole lot of people. Oh, very, very interesting. I never put much thought into the whole Book of Revelation thing other than the revelation sign that was in the sky on September 23rd, 2017. The Vatican even called that like whatever. And I mean, who believes what they have to say? But yeah. All right. So good or bad? What is the BS stories? And I also am hearing a lot of political stuff. We're just basically answering the question before we were even getting into it. That will be, but we'll definitely, if this is the one that's pulled or when it's pulled, we'll definitely really get some deep dives on it. That will be revealed. Hope I have enough space to write this, along with the good stuff too. Okay. Which the Matrix for good. Had to leave the word construct out or I wouldn't have enough room. All right, I'm going to circle your name in the top corner. So we have this question. Yeah, it's very, very much hard to read, but thankfully I can usually read my writing after the fact. Okay, so we're going to enter this one. We have a donation that came in from Katie I'm seeing here. So thank you, Katie. We will be getting to that for you. Let's see. 9 a.m. Jessa's time. That works for me. Yeah, I'll be here. Just trying to get some stuff done because I still didn't get all my accountability stuff done because holy cow. Homecoming, I thought, oh, Boston's the one busy. No, I'm still routing him from one place to another, to another, to another, to another, to another, to another. And then we started like I'm involved, but just behind the scenes. He started driver's ed 2 Mondays ago now. So that's really put us back later in the afternoon to evening as far as dinner, Wrigley's football practice, soccer practice, football games. We're now in the playoffs right now this week. Tonight is the playoff game. Plus, what else do we have going on? Oh, Boston does not have driver's ed tonight. So I get a bit of a break from getting him from that. Yeah, I feel like I've barely had time to sit down the last really 2 weeks, but I digress. Yes. And I keep wondering, it's like, okay, he's this busy and then Wrigley's this busy. It's like, there's no track really for it to slow down except right after football and soccer end, which I think we have a regular soccer game this weekend. And then the following weekend is like the tournament, which is an all-day thing because Wrigley's on one of the better teams. So we're always there for all 3 games. We always play in the playoffs. So it's like a whole day. And it's not warm out right now. So I'm like, so cold out there. Guys, I just feel like all I do is complain when I come to the live stream. I really do love it. It's just sometimes it's a bit much when I just need a day to just not do anything, that just allow myself to rest and relax in that feminine energy. It just does not, with 2 super, super busy kids, it does not happen as much as it probably should. Oh, yeah. Oh, no worries about 2 questions. If no one else enters a question here, say in the next 2 or 3 minutes, we'll take your second question, Versha. So thank you. Thank you for that. But if anyone else has a pressing, dire question you want to know for the Cosmic Question Corner, last call. You have about 2 minutes to get it typed out. Or if you can let us know, hey, I have a question, I'll submit it. Oh, Jessa just did. Okay. So Jessa said she'll put one in. Perfect. So Versha, if you can save your second question, that would be awesome. Because let's see, hyped for the Great Solar Flash that is talked about. That will cause ascension, split of people, 2 different. Oh, I want to know. Yes, please save that one. Maybe screenshot it or something so that next time we need you guys to put questions in, we can get a new one in there about that. That would be awesome. Yeah, they do grow up so fast. Oh, you typed in one, did you? Am I just dense and missing it? Oh, are reincarnations linear? Okay, thank you. Thank you for that. I did not see that. So thank you for directing me upward. I just went right over it. So thank you for letting me know I missed something here. Story of my life. Okay, here we go. We will. Okay, so set that here. All right. I already am getting downloads about this, but long and short of it, not linear. Not linear. But we'll get deeper into it when this is drawn. Solar Siren 209. Okay, so let's enter. Okay, we have more than surpassed our 5-minute mark, so I think we're good to go to just get right into this, and I'm going to try to remind myself to timestamp. That would be great. Okay, so here we go. And we have one. Feels like an older one. Yes, we've got teal writing. So this is submitted by Kashvi. Will we all go back to the true organic source and not reincarnate again? Will we all go back to the true organic source and not reincarnate again? So, okay. We were about 17 minutes on this. CQC, Cosmic Question Corner, 17 minutes. And of course, I'll go check the timestamp. So let's just ask, will we all go back to the true organic source and not reincarnate again? Kashvi. I'm already hearing a clarifying question as in, what do you mean by all? Or who do you mean by all? Because some of the people walking around out here are no longer of source. Maybe they once had that spark, but they have devolved. Not to say that they won't go back to source, they will, but just not. It's more of a recycling rather than a choice, is what it feels like. And anything that is created that's false will just, the energy of that will be alchemized and sent back to source eventually. But let's just ask, will we all go back to the true organic source and not reincarnate again? Look at this! You get direct hit. Direct hit. We are all aliens here, and we will move back in with source eventually. Even the ones who have devolved so much, because we do have that gray alien, which this is something really crazy that I read on. This was kind of touched on in my hypnosis session with Alba Weinman and some other ones that were kind of going around that time, like kind of collectively, a lot of people were bringing forward the information that the grays are actually the future of humanity on this AI timeline. We've given up so much, and we'll continue to give up so much of our humanity, that this is our future as humanity on one timeline. Doesn't have to be for all timelines, but in regards to the question, even that which is false will find that true spark that initiated the fallout, before the fallout was initiated, going back or kind of unraveling or undoing anything that is false evidence appearing real, which is fear. Anything that fear has created or decisions that were made from fear will go back to the root of spirit, is what I'm hearing. And anything that is not of source kind of has to go into hiding. We have a dark cave here, and then I'm also hearing black hole. Look behind it, black hole. And that black hole, anything that kind of gets sucked into that black hole, it's basically like a transmutation and alchemization, moving back in with God, with spirit, with true creator, divinity, whatever we want to call that. Yes, that will happen. And especially once this matrix falls, it's like free will be a thing, to where if our spirit wants to go have some fun doing this in this realm or that realm, or on another version of Earth or something, I'm seeing and hearing that is going to be very up to each individual spark of source, or each individual spirit will have that choice. Anything else we need to know about going back to the true organic source and not reincarnating again? Recreate, reincarnate, they all mean to do again, incarnate again, create again. And as I said that, I'm getting this download of being able to create a different Earth, or kind of go back to an original blueprint of Earth and play that timeline out. Or again, it's free will choice for those who have reached back into their divinity, or connected back to their divinity, to be able to, do what they need to do. And then we have like a text thread, but it's a one-sided conversation, as you can see. And it's the person sending, so it's the person whose phone, so, the card is the phone. It's the person, because the reply would be on this side. It may be backwards for you guys, but how the card is actually reading, it's, how are you 6 days ago? Is it 6 or 8? 8 days ago. You there? Hello? Are you mad? Confused? This is not how friends treat friends. Piss off. I'm sorry. So this person is very indecisive. So there may be this element of free will being unlocked, or unenmeshed is what I'm hearing from the matrix, to where there may be a bit of confusion, and maybe a bit of time that certain true spirits that maybe have been here a long time, or have been really traumatized by this whole Earth, false Earth experience, maybe want to return to source, or maybe they want to go have, quote unquote, an easy life somewhere where they can kind of heal or peel away what no longer is who they are. But this is just showing, how we can all get in our own head about things. But this very Two of Swords energy here, that some will decide not to go back to source right away. They will go maybe even on another trauma dump somewhere else, or maybe back in this same realm in that odd future timeline, that there is access to on some level. Because again, once free will is unlocked, if certain, individuals want to go the depraved route yet again, I'm sure they will have that opportunity. Ooh, it's getting warm in here when I channel. At first I get cold, then I get warm. Okay, so sweatshirt's coming off. We're good now. And let's get some additional cards. This seems like we're wrapping this up pretty quick today, but that's okay. Let's see. All right, let me scroll down, catch up on some comments. Yeah, they are related. Very cool. Yes, that's body double. I feel you on that, girl. Yeah, we can get some stuff done. Yeah, it's fun. It's fine to rant sometimes, right? Sometimes you just need a. Already put it in. Gotcha. I knew that, but I thought it would be a can of worms. Nice. Yeah, we love can of worms questions over here. Woo! We got a lot going on. Okay, well, this one wants to come out. Ooh, we have 25-hour power, but it came out in reverse. So the fact that we are, quote unquote, reincarnated as of now, as of other linear, non-linear, future, past, present timelines, it's been depleting our life force energy, or like putting it in such a small area to where, think of putting something with the power of the brightness of the sun into this little salt lamp. I mean, it's not that little, but in comparison to the size of the sun, it's minute. It's teeny tiny. So really it is like, we have been dumbed down. Yes, literally, but our light has been dulled down, dumbed down in such a way that, if we were able to reincarnate, maybe not in this matrix, but in the original matrix or somewhere else where that light was actually supported, we would be operating like almost like you have a 25-hour day instead of a 24-hour day. Like the amount of light that you would have access to would just be astronomically more than we have access to as of now, that we wouldn't even know. It's like we wouldn't even know what to do unless we, of course, with free will, had access to past memories or future memories of what life is like outside this matrix to have any kind of basis for comparison, is really what's coming through. Is there anything else we need to know about Kashfi's question, will we all go back to the true organic source and not reincarnate again? The long and short of it is yes. It's just once everybody kind of decides. And anything that's just gonna, at some point, you reach such depravity that you're just automatically recycled back is what's coming, because you will lose your spirit, literally, is what this is showing. Not that your spirit is ever lost, but you, as this depraved spirit who's literally sold their soul in this, again, in this matrix, has gotten so far from the light that you forgot that you even have any, that when the time is done, it's almost like the etch-a-sketch is shaken, shaken clear, or the slate is wiped clean. But that energy cannot be created or destroyed, because it's all, everything that is already is, so it will just be alchemized or transmuted. I wonder, oh, that's what Raylene says, the empty vessels. It landed right up on my hand. I wonder if this is in our timeline and in this inverted matrix. Interestingly enough, I'm hearing yes and no. And funny, because I as I was holding this and reading what you said, Raylene says that about the empty vessels. I said, okay, this answers what Raylene says about the empty vessels. There's nothing there, the deleter. And again, energy cannot be created nor destroyed. It's just redistributed or reallocated is the word I'm hearing. But it basically takes the power out of someone's hand when they forget they have their own power. And then what we were saying about the phone being the new moon, the matrix is the phone now. And this person almost appears like they're throwing the matrix or throwing the phone into the river or the ocean or the lake, whatever kind of body of water this could be. They're making a conscious choice to delete the matrix, the program, the emptiness. Let's just ask directly if this is in our lifetime. I'm hearing already that for some it may be, and for others absolutely never will be in this lifetime. Because we all have our own mind, our own decision. Even a three-headed person would probably make three different decisions because they all have their own brain, their own consciousness coming in. And yeah, it's really coming down to the individual spark, the individual spirit, to make whatever choice they're going to in this lifetime, next lifetime, 50 lifetimes back. Again, if it's all nonlinear. Yeah. Anything else we need to know? Mind blown. Yeah. I wonder if this is our lifetime. Oh, I read that. Exactly what came to me, the phone being the new moon. Yeah. And that's what we talked about in one of our recent-ish. I linked it in the most recent Cosmic Question Corner in the description. I have some matrix info. The matrix is a barbed wire fence for our spiritual growth. Absolutely. Yeah. That's absolutely true. Yeah. Yeah. The vomiting Cupid. This one I'm always like, what does this even mean? But it's like, we're literally being poisoned in this matrix, or it's not natural. There's something very unnatural about the way this matrix shows up. So let's get a clarifier on this card, because it's always such an interesting card. And it's the one on the deck. Yeah, it's always funny when that one comes out. It's kind of a big deal when you get the card that's on the deck, or that the creator chose to put on not the deck, the box. So I'm hearing it's kind of a big deal. Yeah, and then Cupid's getting stepped on, stuck. Like he's stuck. Look at this. You're going from I'm sick to now I'm literally ensnared, stuck, trampled on. My free will, where? I can't just get up and do anything I want because this big reptilian-like foot is on me. And what I'm even hearing with what you said there, Jessa, about there being a barbed wire fence for spiritual growth. Interestingly enough, wow, okay, do I say it? I guess I'll just come around and say it. There's no such thing as spiritual growth in this matrix. There's nothing to grow into when you already are all that is from that divine standpoint. So really what we're doing in this matrix is, again, purging, peeling away. Some call it healing. I like to call it peeling because there's nothing to be healed when you are pure and perfect and divine in your true nature. So there's nothing to perfect, nothing to fix, nothing to heal. It's all just about instead peeling away what's not actually us, peeling off the false masks, the false self, the trauma, the belief systems, peeling away all of this that's not even true, but we believe it like it's the God's honest truth. We don't. We do, even though it's not. Anything else we need to know about this? Very cool. I mean, it may seem like absolutely there's a barbed wire fence for our spiritual growth, but it's basically just acting as, okay, you're pinned down. There's not a lot you can do other than remember. What was that? Not remember the whatever of November. Not that, but it was like on a cartoon when we were young. I don't think it was Land Before Time, but it was like an old man voice is like, remember. Was that Lion King? Weirdly enough, you might think, oh, Lion King came out in 94. I was 12 years old. I did see it in the theater with my aunt and my brother and sister and stepsister, but I've probably only seen The Lion King twice ever. Once in the theater in 94 and then once sometime in the 90s after the fact. Twice. I've only seen it twice. But for some reason I want to say Mufasa. I don't know why. It sounds like if it's not an old man voice, it's a very gravelly voice saying it. Oh, comfort pet. As my literal comfort pet just started barking, and he is a pit bull. That's pit bull. Well, he's 38% pit bull. He sure doesn't look like a pit bull, but I think pit bulls are so cute. I call him a pit bull pie. He's baby boy. Oh, it is The Lion King. Okay. For some reason, I was thinking Fern Gully as well. I loved that one. And again, weirdly enough, I've only seen that twice. One in the theater and then once, again, sometime in the 90s. It's been over 25 plus years because it wasn't even around the time I graduated. I was still like in my earlier teens when I saw these things for the last time. And I used to love Fern Gully. Like, why has it been so long since I've seen it? Not that I didn't love Lion King. I did, but I don't know. To me, that story's like, okay, you've seen it once, you've seen it twice, you've seen it. You know, I don't know. That's just me, maybe. Let me get a quick drink of water. Anything else we need to know? Oh, the comfort pet. Interestingly enough, we find comfort almost in our trauma or just identifications. We ID. We kind of, again, we put on a special vest to say, I am this thing. It is Hamlet with animals. You're absolutely right. Why did I never put that together? But yeah, it's like we're all two-faced in the Matrix, or three-faced, or 10-faced, or 1,000-faced because we've forgotten who we are. So we find comfort in trying to label or nail down, this is who I am. This is what I identify as. This is what I love. These are the people I love. This is where I live. Like we start identifying with, yes, maybe they are true in this incarnation. We'll give ourselves that, sure. But are they true to the root cause of our divinity? No, they're really not. Wow. All right. One more card or however many need to come out to wrap this up. Anything else we need to know about going back to source? Yeah, we're literally poser. We're all posers here. I mean, a duck wearing like a choker from the 90s with the smiley face on it, drinking a malt shake here. It's not like it's living in its natural habitat. You got to think that this duck doing this is going to lead to some of this because it's so unnatural for what it should be consuming. And so much of what we are consuming, even if it doesn't cause us to literally vomit, it affects our energy. It affects our connection to spirit. Why do you think there has been such I guess for lack of a better word, agenda to literally make the food not food? It's not only so that they can, because you can't patent nature, right? We get that. We understand that. I think we all know that. So they have to GMO, genetically modify, an apple seed, a corn seed, a this seed, a that seed, to then be able to make money. But that's not the main reason. It's a natural probably perky byproduct of them doing that. But the true reason they're doing this is to keep us dumbed down, keep that barbed wire around us, keep us from reaching that divinity. Because one more wrench you can throw in, you have 1,000 wrenches in the gears. Even if you take 3 or 4 of them out, you still have, 997, 996 wrenches remaining in all the different areas and ways that they blast our energy with nefarious negativity, really. Let's get one from the Wisdom from the Hidden Realms card, and then we'll wrap this up and get into Katie's question. All right. Anything else we need to know, those of us watching now on the replay, about Kashvi's question? Will we all go back to the true organic source and not reincarnate again? Or just anything else we need to know about what we've uncovered today? Anything else? I want this one. Yeah, it's 1 and 2. Okay. So we'll read them in the order. Ooh, and this one came out in reverse. So the Sisters of Seasons, cycles of growth, I said gross, but growth, natural law, and divine order. And what were we just saying? That you can't patent nature, you can't patent divinity, so you got to make a false copy of it. And even if people are, making genetically modified versions of something, maybe you can mass produce it and make it, pest resistant, but is it truly better than the organic, original, divine version of that? Never. Never. Even if it looks prettier. I mean, think of all of these like tissue cultured and a lot of times with these plants and hybrids that they make with plants, flowers, all this, they start out as a natural deformity or anomaly or mutation that they then tweak and twerk and do all the things they do in the lab to recreate that anomaly. And that's kind of actually what we're here to do, is be an anomaly, even within our natural order, because if we just follow the natural order, most of us have a lifespan anywhere from 60 to 100 years tops, usually. But the crazy thing is, our natural lifespan just in humanity before everything was ruined was thousands and thousands of years. But this is about returning to your divinity, connecting back to your spirit. We have the 17 on there, which is the star card, about healing or rejuvenation, revitalization, recognition, manifestation, being able to connect with that original divine blueprint that still exists within us, that's just layered under all the crap, all the support vests and 3, 4, 5, 1,000 faces of, facets of our personality that we hide under. Not usually willingly, but just as a byproduct of survival of the trauma in this place. But natural law will be restored. Divine order will be restored. It can't not be. It can't not be. Because cycles of growth and degradation that's happened here, they always have to come back to blank slate or flush or square or balance. It always has to be that way. That's a law of the universe, of probably just divinity itself, divine order, to create order back out of the chaos, and then chaos out of the order, and then order back out of the chaos. It's really convoluted if you really try to wrap your head around it. And then we have the Eagle King, and it's in reverse. And I'm going to read the reversal message of this, but this is the big picture and angelic help, but it came out in reverse. We have the number 12, which adds up to a 3, which is about the Trinity, the maiden, the mother, and the crone. We got the 3. I guess we got four feminine energies here, but I'm hearing the fates. Something about weaving the fates. Even the gods were under control of the weaving of the fates. But this is really about collaboration, coming together. But that doesn't mean you have to rely on other people for your evolution, for your spiritual growth, or, for better way to put it, for you to remember who you are. You can do that on your own, but sometimes it's really good to have that reminder from a mentor, a father figure, a guardian of some kind, or just calling on your own spirit. So you don't have to do it alone. But let's go to number 12, reverse meaning. Okay, so the Eagle King, as an ally, it's upright, and in reverse, we're reading the challenger position. So the Eagle King challenges you to see a higher purpose of events. Not everything is meant to come to pass according to your specifications or this false matrix's specifications. If you can't see the forest for the trees, stand back for a while and let the Eagle King fly high on your behalf. Perhaps it's time to speak to someone who has objectivity and an ability to see the bigger picture where you don't. Just remember that even when things don't go the way you expect, there's always a reason for the detour. I think that's a really good stopping point for this. So, yeah, we kind of took this question and almost ran with it in a way. It kind of evolved. I guess we'll put it that way. It's always fun to see these questions evolve. And I think I will just put some of these in reverse. It's fun that way. I like it. So we'll shuffle these a few times. So anyone else want to get your question answered today, feel free to send your donation in. So far, I only know of one. That doesn't mean we only have one, but it's all I know of thus far. But we will be checking that. Oh, notifications. Oh, it's a mom on Wrigley's soccer team wondering if there's practice tonight or Thursday. And that, I don't know. I do not know the answer to that question. So I'm going to have to ask Ryan. He's the one that has the actual schedule since he's one of the helper coaches for football. And because he's that, he knows like what's going on for soccer. He's the one that gets the emails from soccer and football. I get all the baseball emails, but not these two, because I think he's the one that signed them up. So let me... All right. All right, here we go. Send him. Funny, Ryan sent me, Jessa, I think you sent me the same thing. It's hard to notice now, but the government has been shut down for 2 weeks and not many chemtrails. I mean, I've noticed the same thing myself. All right, sorry, I'm doing a little bit of housekeeping here. Oh, we got in a huge discussion here in the office about the firmament. Plant the seeds, and they will start to sprout. I like that. Even a year ago, he wouldn't have even thought to send me something about that. But one of his favorite podcast guys, he's a comedian, Dusty Slay. He likes Nate Bargatze, which we're gonna go to see Nate Bargatze when he's here in Missoula in January. I'm really excited about that. He's like a clean comedian, so the kids can go, which I really love. But anyway, he likes Nate Bargatze and Dusty Slay. And Dusty Slay is like big conspiracy theorist, like don't drink the water, they're spraying the skies, all the, the firmament. And so I think that's cool. Yeah. All right. So got a call. We'll be back after. No worries, Versha. Oh, the dire wolves came in my mind. They grew them with genetic modification. I believe so. Or there was some anomaly that happened naturally that maybe they then tried to recreate. Again, if you try to recreate something, even if it's natural one time, but you're trying to recreate it purposely, you're still kind of messing with modifying it, I guess you could say. Otherwise, you just kind of allow nature to do what it needs to do and wait for another one if ever one happens again. But most people want to, feel, and by most people, I mean most people that are in these roles of, they want to feel like a god or feel powerful in some way, and that's usually their main factor in doing all this stuff. These days, the controllers are very irritated and using all might to get the ones connecting to the pure source spark within them. Yeah, they're throwing everything at the wall to see what'll stick at this point. That's for sure. I don't know, did he respond back after that? All right. So Thursday. It's Thursday. Okay. Perfect. Sorry, just trying to get all that organized, ironed out. Okay. So we also had a donation come in from Jessa. So Katie and then Jessa, you are on deck for a 1-card pull. So Katie, I'm pretty sure she has her question. I'll just make a timestamp just because I can. We're here. 45:20 for Katie. We'll go read her question. I feel like I'm gonna go to this deck here. Oh, she responded. Thank you. Okay. Just cleaning her house. That's something I need to do after the live stream today. Have some lunch, clean the house. All right, here we go. So I do need to read your questions, so get this shuffled and ready to go. Okay, over to PayPal email. So hello, would like a message from Stacy, please, and thank you. Anytime. All right, let's get a message from Stacy. Anything Stacy would like Katie to know? Anything Stacy would like Katie to know? Ooh, so she is taking better care of herself, but it's funny because she's like, take care of you too, boo. Like, I just heard that. Take care of you too, boo. It's like self-care Sunday, self-care Saturday, self-care any day is what's coming through. Very interesting. It's like she has, again, we kind of covered this in the last time that we answered this question for you, Katie, that she just kind of hit kind of a neutral territory with her husband. So I'm not even reading this as her husband's energy. This is more of her just kind of taking charge, taking control of her life and kind of speaking up about the things that are kind of a slap in the face to her or that are like complete boundary violations for the people in her life. And instead of fighting with these people or having a sharp tongue about like, oh, I'm going to tell you how you made me feel about this and grr, like I'm mad. She's just pulling her energy back from certain people. And that doesn't include you. That does not include you. She's not purposely pulled her energy back from you. This is very much certain people in her life that take advantage of her goodness and her loyalty and her love and her attention and affection and just all the things that, you know, she's just unconditionally loving the people in her life. And certain ones are starting to take advantage of that. And she's just putting her foot down. For some reason, I'm directed to go to this one. So we're going to do that. The Gateway Oracle cards. Any other messages from Stacy to Katie? I forgot to start our timer, but I will keep my eye going here. Anything else? Funny, we have a delivery truck out there. Maybe it's a garbage truck. It seems relevant, so I'm gonna look. I think it's the garbage because yeah, it's Grizzly Disposal. Okay, so it is the garbage truck. All right. So igniting courage. I'm strong, valiant, and courageous to literally take the trash out. And it's not even that she has to take the trash out per se. It's more of just pulling her energy back and that certain trash will take itself out. There may even be someone who's more friend energy that's kind of just in her vicinity, likes to take from her, but doesn't really give. This person's someone who downloads a lot of their issues onto her. Like, oh, my daughter said this, and then she said that, and then, oh my gosh, did I tell you about this thing? And it's just gossip. And, you know, sometimes there's nothing wrong with that. But in this instance, it's like Stacy's kind of like over it. She's like, well, do you ever have anything positive to say about anyone? So she's just deciding to kind of take her power back by not engaging with certain, it feels like someone who she has known for a while potentially met this woman through her kids, as in their kids were friends or something growing up. And she's just kind of, again, reevaluating, re-examining, and we do have Saturn. Oh my gosh, Saturn going back direct, but Mercury's going retrograde. There's another retrograde. Maybe it was Pluto that's going direct. Saturn retro. I can't remember at this point. But there's some retrogrades going and some stationed to go back direct coming up. I should probably do an astrological live stream coming up so we can all get in the know of what's going on astrologically speaking. Both Western and Vedic. I'll touch on Western, but kind of more deep dive into Vedic. But there's something astrologically speaking that has her really examining, do I really need this person? Or if I were the one to stop putting in all this effort and take a break, will this connection continue, or will this person just crash and burn because they can't even fend for themselves? Any other messages from Stacy to Katie? Anything else that needs to come forward, come through? Ooh, we have the bag, but it's in reverse. And it's like literal trash. Look, it's smelly because we got it's hard to see in the lighting here, but you kind of have, there you go. You can see like the smell marks coming up like you'd see in a cartoon. It came out in reverse though. So it's like she's kind of leaving this stinky, gross, kind of garbage, toxic type of energy again in the past. Oh, you're proud of her. Yes. She would love that. She would love knowing that. But this really does feel like she's not even doing this like, again, self-care Sunday. This really just feels like it's long overdue. The ish has hit the fan so much, just with her just not having any more F's to give with the people around her that are taking clear advantage of her, that she's just allowing. Again, there were certain people, a child of hers, that she kind of had to put a financial boundary up, and that child is doing better with that. Just kind of basically making the child be more responsible for themselves rather than, especially financially, having Stacy bail them out. And I see things are pretty darn good in that regard. Not to say Stacy will never help them out financially again. She will. It just became too much. Oh, I think the lady might be Carrie. Yeah, it does feel, that feels very relevant. Like that, I'm hearing ding, ding, ding. Yes, you're right. Yeah. Anything else Katie needs to know? Message from Stacy. This one flipped, I thought, but it didn't. Ooh, danger. And again, this is not literal danger. I'm getting, again, Halloween vibes from this, literally, a movie that you watch around Halloween, not the movie Halloween, but Friday the 13th. He wears the hockey mask. The danger is in the black and white thinking that a lot of these people, and by a lot, I mean like 3 or 4 people in her life, they're not even consciously thinking, oh, well, I need Stacy because she fills this void that no, it's just automatic from years and years and years of connecting with her in ways where they were getting her lovely energy and she was getting their gross energy that she would then have to work double time to alchemize, transmute, and then she was left feeling depleted, or quote unquote left holding the bag, the smelly bag. And again, this is just saying she's got caution tape up around her, like, no one's gonna do me like that anymore. I'm not down for it. And energetically speaking, people who are looking for a quick fix, or, oh, let me just offload all of this toxicity onto my friend, they're gonna know, again, very subconsciously, they're gonna pick up the signal that that's not okay to do right now, if ever, with this girl anymore, because the energetic boundary has been placed. It wasn't even a physical boundary or her saying, hey, I know that when we get together, we like to gossip, or, you download all your, drama onto me. It doesn't even have to go that far. It's just her basically saying, nah, I'm good, energetically speaking, and that's speaking for itself. Look at all the garbage analogies. We got a garbage disposal with, like a line of stuff just ready to go into the disposal here. All she's got to do is turn on that tap and just let it all wash down, flip the switch, let it compost it up. And yeah. So it's almost like she's going to be able to use this as fuel. Again, alchemizing that energy. Again, by stepping back, taking whatever baggage was downloaded onto her from other people in the past to then move forward. So, good message. Yeah, she's just kind of taken her power back in a lot of ways, and this is going to lead to her being courageous to be able to have these boundaries, or to stand up against these people who are just looking for a quick fix of her vital life force energy to be used for their whatever. And again, this is not people like, I'm a villain. How can I harvest her energy. No, it's very subconscious. So many people do this. We all do this. We all do this, but it comes to a point where something is so out of balance that it becomes super obvious, at least to the person who's being taken advantage of. Even if it's the person that's taking the advantage is completely oblivious, the person getting taken advantage of will either put an energetic, verbal, physical boundary up, like saying, hey, we can't continue this way. And that's kind of where she's at, both verbally with certain people in her life and more energetic with others. But I see just a natural falling away of people who are just using her to siphon her energy, because she's just this lovely person who does want to help. She does want to connect with the people she loves and cares about. And she can often get taken advantage of because of that. Yeah. Western, Pluto went direct on Monday. Okay, I knew it was something like that. My home, I love it. Homegirl Venus just got home in Libra after a long stint in Virgo. And Virgo is the detriment of Venus for sure. We're still in that per Vedic astrology. But when Venus heads into Libra, my husband's natal Venus is in Libra, and my ascendant is Libra. So I feel very good. I feel like my best self when Venus enters my ascendant. I love it. And my husband loves it because it's like his Venus return. So he just loves that time. And for those of you that don't know, the man in a woman's chart is represented by Jupiter, and the female in a man's chart is represented by Venus. Just a little fun fact. Jupiter also does represent children. So, all right. You're so welcome, Katie. Anytime. Yeah, better choices for her health and wellness. And it really did have to start for her by taking her power back, taking her energy back, not dealing with the verbal, emotional, mental strain of other people that then started to really affect her physical health, to where she's just feeling run down, lethargic. You know, she realizes, again, maybe not on a conscious level, but subconsciously, that like, I need to do something or my physical health is going to be affected because people are taking way too much from me. And I don't have much left to give. And now she has almost no F's left to give, especially with the people who've been consistently taking, and not pouring back into her. She's just over it, which I don't blame you, girl. I don't blame you one bit. All right. So Jessa, one card pull. Feel free to go ahead and post your question anytime. All right. Adjust my bra straps again. Oh yeah, Jessa. Jessa's the one to talk to about where to get the good bras, especially if you are a woman who's lusty, busty, and trusty. No, I'm just kidding. A bigger booby to girly. Jessa has your back. She knows where to get all the good sizing and how to measure for proper sizing and all that stuff. She's like the bra guru. So go to her if you sorry, I'm just like pimping out your bra measuring services or whatever. Recommendation services. Yeah, Spirit, I'm Delulu, but like, what do I need to know? Things are down to the wire. Yes, let's get into this. I am still sensing some sort of blockage in this, because it should have, and even just the delay of that interview. Yeah, the guy got sick, whatever, it happens. Tis the season. But it does feel like outside interference is the reason. Not the guy, not the company, just something that's attached to your energy somehow that is infiltrating all of these different opportunities and either diverting you from them or sabotaging them in some way. It's not you, though. It's not you. It's something in your field. But let's get to the bottom of this. Let's get to the root cause of this. What is in Jessa's field that needs some dealing with? Ooh. Invest in your spirit. We have the number 45, which is adding up to a 9, coming to some sort of ending. There's an ending that needs to take place. And I'm seeing like the cycle of life from, brand new tree to, mature but not quite ready to produce anything beautiful, and then like full maturity here. So there is this evolution, I guess, or just sloughing off of what is not serving you. I'm hearing, and I know you've probably done this plenty of times since November last year, but doing an egg cleanse specifically around your sacral chakra, which is your creative life force, divine feminine energy resides there for the most part. Sacral chakra egg cleanse specifically about, because here's even the word invest in this card. Investing in your spirit by just pulling away what's not serving. Anything else? What is standing in Jess's way or acting as a blockage here? It's very interesting because both of these cards have to do with something internal, very internal. So there's something internal that we'll kind of assess here. But we have the number 26, which adds up to an 8, which is about action, financial abundance, motivation, inspiration, feeling the need to get back out there. It's more of a masculine energy number. But then we have the 8 going into the 9. So you allowing yourself to be happy even when things feel like, okay, it's getting real serious. Like we got to get something going here. You being happy will put quarters, credits, whatever we want to call it, into that investment of your spirit and allowing yourself more spiritual time. And it doesn't even have to be doing cleanses, doing rituals, doing any of that. It's just literally putting your hands on your heart and just being present. Embody. It's not just being present, but it's embodying presence of your spirit. And the easiest way that I can do that is usually when I'm in the water, and you probably is no exception. Even if you're in the shower and you're, we do all the cleansing and stuff, the spiritual, the emotional, mental, and physical cleansing in the shower. Most of us, not probably all of us, but a lot of us do. But there's just being in the water and then you putting your hands on your heart and not even your heart, your higher heart specifically. So it's like a cleansing of the sacral leading to a connection to the higher heart. And I just heard pearl of wisdom. So something about pearl energy coming forward to just be embodying in your spirit. So it's not just being present, but embodying presence of your spirit. There's nothing you have to do, nothing you have to create or fix or challenge. It's more just about the connection that you can seek, even if it's only 5 minutes a day. That's a starting point for you to just sit here with your eyes closed, no music, no voices, no whatever going on, just you setting that intention to connect to your true spirit with your hands on your higher heart chakra and just allowing yourself, your physical body, to embody your spirit. And that will clear away anything that is trying to leech on to your, opportunities. Let's get some tarot in the mix. Just any additional guidance, because it's getting serious out here. We need to get things moving. Okay, things will be moving soon. Such a relative term here in the Matrix. Like, what the hell does that even mean? But there is going to be a shift here. Within 10 days, there's a big shift coming. Which, yes, please, let's get this going. And then we have the Lover's card. We have 2 major arcana. So there's about to be a major life-changing decision. So this is most likely you accepting a job or having to potentially decide between 2 avenues and which one's going to be best financially, but also for your peace of mind, happiness, security, stability, all those things. Let's get a Gateway Oracle card as well. Let's just see anything else Jessa needs to know. Coming down to the wire, open things up, get these opportunities rolling in. Ooh, these are very self-centric. Not self-centered, self-centric. Cherishing yourself or cherishing self. I accept and love myself. And again, that's just connecting to your true spirit, embodying your true divinity, because there is nothing imperfect when you are embodying your divinity. Because when you're in pure presence with your spirit, it doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter if you're bloated. It doesn't matter if bills are paid or not paid. Like, none of that matters, because in the grand scheme, obviously it matters in the physical realm, but we are, at least in these moments where you're connecting to spirit, transcending the physical realm, transcending the mental and the emotional realms as well, and getting directly to these etheric, more spiritual realms where you can connect and embody your true spirit. And I know that sounds so, it's like, well, what do I do? Because we always want to do something. Like that's do, 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 do. Dog do, 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 do. Um, but if we, as especially divine feminines, realized it's not in the doing, it's in the being. It's in the just being, receiving. We will allow any blockages to fall away. And I'm also, right as I said that, I'm getting there's something with Sam's energy that is kind of, I just heard rerouting your, and again, not him purposely doing this. This is just a intimate energetic bond that's been created where all, and this happens in every single sexual relationship between man and wife or boyfriend girlfriend situationships. If you are intimately connecting with someone and you're the divine feminine, a lot of your creative life force energy is going into that masculine, or whatever people identify as, vessel, just as a default. That's just how this patriarchy, how this matrix is going. So there's one way I know for sure that you can curate and cultivate your feminine energy without, and just being in proximity to your sons, husbands, brothers, fathers. They're also getting this divine feminine energy just by you paying attention, spending time around them. They're still getting it, but not in the same dosage as them having intimate connection, spiritual connection with you in that very special way. But there may be just, I'm not saying be celibate, but just a time of abstinence just to keep that energy for you to be able to pop something off here. It would benefit you more than it would benefit to just try to keep going. And I know it's like, don't do it with me is your advice here, but like in this case, it couldn't hurt. That's for sure, because it can help almost replenish your divine feminine reserves that have been a bit depleted just as a natural byproduct of being in a connection with someone. It depletes. And not all masculines, but many masculines in this realm. I mean, they could just keep taking, depleting that energy and their own energy. They deplete their own energy doing this as well. So it's about being intentional about that. If you are going to do that, use the energy that's being released. You can capture it back. So abstinence is one way that will just kind of naturally kind of keep that energy in you, or in your aura, I should say. Or another way is to, SEX magic, look it up. Manifestation in that regard. You can do it in that regard as well. So yeah, I guess little weird side note of ways that you can kind of keep that energy close at hand so that when the opportunity comes, you're able to grab it. All right. So again, it does feel very internal, but the blockage, it's almost like you don't even need to go after any external blockage or something trying to siphon this energy. It's more you just get back in connection to you on a divine spiritual level, and anything that's looking to hook in, harness, harvest, block an opportunity, it just can't stick because you're smearing it up with beautiful. I'm seeing like an opalescent light that just slicks off anything that is trying to grab what's not theirs, that's yours. And we can get more into this tomorrow when we accountability of our accountability. All right. Love you, Jessa. I am just like, I'm ready for this for you, girl. Like, oh, and look on the back of the deck. Yes, please. Opportunity. We hear you knocking. Please come in. Please come in. The door is open. You just need to walk through it. Oh my gosh. It's almost like they're doing like the, when Spider-Man shoots the webs out of the wrist. That's kind of how this hand is appearing to me. Almost like the opportunity is going to shoot right out your wrist as a result of you connecting. And I always say the arms, the hands, the healing, the opportunity, it is an extension of that heart chakra and higher heart chakra. I mean, look, higher heart, arms, healing, extension of heart, higher heart chakras. So something's coming. There's healing. There's forward movement here. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Yes, please. She's ready. She is ready. You're so welcome. Oh my gosh. Yes, I can feel it. And I know we've been saying this for a hot minute now. Since probably February, we've been like, oh my gosh, I feel it. I feel it. It feels closer than ever. So, I mean, there's that. But soon. When is soon? Because we did get kind of the download of the next 10 days or so. Let's just see if we can get any other additional guidance on timing before we fully close out. When is it? When is soon? When is soon? Because we're ready. She's ready. Well, the time's about up, but it's a surprise. Spirit be cheeky up in here. There's a little bit left. Again, you just connecting to your own spirit will just obliterate all this stuff that's just looking to accumulate in your field to block any kind of blessing here. Oh, and then this, interestingly enough, it's on the brain. Yeah. So there may even be a change or a shift in mindset because this is going to blow up this brain, like mind blown. Ooh, mind blown. And 0001. Yes. And look, if we read it reverse, we got a 10. And I saw a 10 when we were looking at that. Yeah, obviously the wheel in the deck is a 10 card. But like within 10 days, something's gonna pop off. I kept saying that. Well, in 10 days, something blow up in a good way. In a good way. Yes, please. She's ready. She is ready. Yes. I love it. All right. Well, let's double check our donation list. Make sure we're up to date here, which I do believe we are. So, we have reached the end of the line today, my friends, but we will be back Friday. And I think, I don't know, but I think, well, we're definitely either going to do a collective reading or a free one card pull, whichever one we've done least recently. Oh, I have to sneeze. Just a second. Phew, okay. I've learned how to not go and blow my snot everywhere. As a very young child, I would I don't know if it was, what's the word, psychosomatic or what, but these kids on the playground would I don't even know how it started. And this was actually not me as a kid, but like 6th grade, like older kid kind of. They would sneeze, like fake sneeze, and then I would really sneeze in response to them fake sneezing. And this one kid named Justin kept doing it, and I like hurt my neck and back sneezing in response to him sneezing. And then I like grew out of it. I don't know what the heck that was, but I learned to not do the big over the top achoo. Well, my husband and father-in-law, they sneeze the same. They sneeze like 400 times in a row, and it's the loudest thing you've ever heard every time, and it like scares me every time. Oh. All right, I was gonna check my channel to see what is on deck for Friday. Yay! All right. So it will be a collective reading because we did a free one card pull about a week ago. So last Wednesday we did a free one card pull. Friday we did our donation only live stream last week, and then today we did our cosmic question. So yeah, we are due for a good, thorough collective read, just whatever we need to know. Maybe I'll kind of take a goose and a gander at some of that astrology that we can kind of do a deeper dive on that just to see what the matrix has in store for us. Yeah. All right, you guys. Well, that's going to do it for me and this crazy curl that just doesn't want to stay at the party. Just kind of twist her back. And oh God, it went from bad to worse. I don't even know anymore. It's going to be a stocking hat day later after all of this. So that's all right. It doesn't really matter. We just have football tonight, and I need to be warm, so I'm wearing a stocking hat. So who cares about the hair? All right, you guys. Well, thanks again so much. All those likes, comments, shares, subscribes, donations, and all the things. And I really, truly do hope to see each and every one of you right back here at Harmony Portal Tarot Live on Friday, or as I like to say, Friday, for a free collective reading. Be there and we'll have some fun. All right, you guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.